Shut up and sit down.
Imagine this setting. You're trying to control a conversation and you find yourself in a selling situation with a conversational narcissist. They story top you, they bulldoze you, they bore you for what seems like an eternity. You're ready to give up, give in, and give over to the demons shouting in your ear, "I've had enough, you hate this job, I hate my boss." And the fact that you spend 75% of your day prospecting for new abusers is beyond your thinking. You feel like a victim. You wear your emotions on your shirt sleeve and you're ready to conquer the next person who pops off to you about how you, your company, or your kids suck. Have you ever been there? It's easy to feel like you're a victim in life. You go home, you get yelled at because you touched the remote. You forgot to take the trash out, or you're simply just an easy target. You've heard all the self-help gurus talk about victor over victim thinking, and right now, all you really want to do is throat punch the guru. You go to the gym. You feel threatened by guys pumping iron with less effort than it takes you to pick up a pencil off the ground. Somebody's always faster, smaller, bigger, or better than you see yourself. And then there's that evil angel shouting in your ear again, "You're not good enough. You're not strong enough. You're not fast enough to even be working out with these monsters. You're more of a sauna hot tub guy, so end your workout, go relax for a little while." You go to work and the boss is ripping you. He calls it constructive, you call it destructive. Customers are critical, prospects are poison, and you're ready to throw in the towel. Well, in non-guru-like fashion, I'd like to help you today with what your victim thinking does to the other guy that may actually worsen your situation and show you how you may be causing yourself excruciating, self-inflicted, and unnecessary pain. Again, it's easy to feel like the victim. Rather than applying these feelings to your selling career, let's apply them to something that may be a little more easy to understand. Your relationship. You've worked 12 hours today, and your wifey is a stay-at-home mom, so she doesn't work. All she does is stay home and take care of 4 kids, all under the age of 10. No, she doesn't work. Brilliant statement. Make that statement. You're going to be in a lot of trouble. But you think, "I've had it so much worse than she's had it today." You have no idea what I've been through in the last 12 hours. Poor thing. Truth is, maybe you did have a more challenging day. Maybe doubtful, but maybe. And maybe your partner should be more sensitive and realize that you should get a chance to call the shots now that the kids are going to bed. The remote maybe should be yours, right? Conflicts like this usually escalate. Your partner never understands how much you do around the house. You're always the one who's overworked and underrested. Soon, you're not just debating about the remote, but you're debating the entire relationship. And you're the only one who always gets the short end of the stick. Now, we've gone from talking about a disagreement to talking about a divorce in 3 easy steps. In short, you just played the victim card. We're talking about control of the TV after a long day, but this exchange could be about anything. How your partner never listens to you. Why you're always going along with what he or she says, or what you should think about a certain investment, or whatever. If you're feeling shortchanged, you cast yourself in the role of the victim, someone who deserves sympathy and wants a certain outcome in life. And we're always impressing that on others. In this case, it's your partner. But here's the revelation. Even if you're being wronged, do you want change? Being the victim never works toward change, because the moment you cast yourself in the role of victim, you immediately place your partner in the role of villain. Nobody wants to be the villain. When you make your partner out to be the villain through your victim thinking, you now, through your own attitude, made your partner out to be a monster. And he or she, when they're made to feel like a monster, what is the natural outcome of their action? In other words, how are they going to act now that you just called them a monster? Yeah, like a monster, like a villain. Who turned your spouse into a villain? You did. By acting out on your victim thinking. You did. It's correctable. Call a marriage counselor. Listen, it's solvable, but I'm trying to show you that what happens personally can also happen professionally. It's easier to describe than it is to define, so let me just have a hack at it. Hi, I'm Ron with WidgetWorks. How are you today? Prospect says, I'm doing rotten, sucker, and they hang up. That happens 5 more times before noon, and where do we find Ron? Yeah, he's fetal position in the corner, mumbling incantations about how difficult the sales life can be. Now, you repeat that behavior often enough and it becomes a habit. Continue to reinforce this victim behavior and you're going to turn everyone in your life into a monster, whether they are or not. It happens to prospects, it happens to partners. They hear not what you're saying, but what you're feeling, and they're going to pounce on you like a cat on a mouse. Victims create villains, and villains are mean, dangerous, toxic, deadly, vicious, and hurtful. Did you really mean to turn that list loose on your life? Did you mean to incite a monster to have his way with you? Did you mean to license a villain to crush you into oblivion? Of course you didn't. You didn't know that acting like a victim can unloose the hounds of hell against your psyche. You didn't know that by letting down your guard related to your attitude, giving off this feeling of inadequacy, or falling into a negative perspective about yourself could unloose, create, and weaponize the worst possible poison in your life. But do you see it now? Acting like a victim will actually make matters so much worse. You give permission for your customer, your boss, your wife, your kids, your coach, your friends to take shots at you that will make you feel even worse about yourself than you already do. Stop this behavior. You may not be able to control how you feel, but you must control how you act. Or you will be feeling even much worse in very short order. Team, this is your decision to control. Victim, victor, or villain. It really is up to you. Good episode. I will see you in our next.